Yeah, right. Awesome, awesome. We should be live, guys. So let me get ready real quick. Uh Let me set up here on my phone as well. Guys, again, welcome to another Operation 11 Charlie Live on Monday. We really appreciate you guys. Always thank you so much for the immense support. Today, special guest, we got Matt from Outdoor Valor. Welcome in, Matt. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, guys? Thank you for having me.
Awesome, awesome, brother. We're gonna be talking to Matt, so people will know more about him. U.S. Army veteran, right? Cool.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So we're gonna be knowing more about Matt and his amazing nonprofit that he has for veterans, guys. So that's very important. So let's start here. We had a BC weekend here in Operation 11 Charlie. Guys, very grateful for that. So we're gonna be talking about this past weekend. We had a few induction ceremony that happened over the weekend and some outings. So we're gonna start with that. I already see some people in the chat. Moon over Miami, welcome, brother. EA Supreme, Raymond Tanner, brother. Thank you, Robert in the house, man. Our newest inductee, Robert. Also in the house. Welcome, Robert. Thank you for stopping by. Coach D, brother. Always awesome to see you, Coach. Oh no, RC Eric. What's going on, my brother? Good to see you, my brother. Another fellow veteran there. Jeremy Burrs, welcome. JDRC in the house. Thank you so much for you guys to stopping by and hanging out with us, guys. Uh Papa Shorty, welcome in, guys. All this, we're gonna start saying welcoming to our guys here, talk in a minute. But this Joseph, welcome in, guys. This Sergeant J in the house. Uh, we have mentioned before that at least once a month, we want to have other nonprofit that does stuff for our warriors, right? And so we can implement and also share that what they do for our veterans, for our brothers and sisters. So it's very important, guys. Either you're a veteran or not, it's good to hear about what they do so you can share it to any veteran family member, any friends or veterans that you'll meet down the road. Always helpful to know and educate yourself what happens with our warriors and what is out there, any help that is out there for them. So we're gonna be talking to Matt in a moment. So let's talk about the weekend and let's start with Dennis. How you doing, brother? How was your weekend, man?
Short,
Short.
real short, and cold. All it's been is cold and rain, and then cold and rain changes snow.
So
It's just cooped up.
you're already lifting weight. I heard. So you were like lifting, what's it, 500 pounds over your chest?
No, no. I worked on a couple rigs, swapped servos around, and
Got you, brother.
worked on a couple others for Lanyards by Tony, and
Awesome, awesome, awesome stuff, bro. Always good to
just trying to
stay
stay busy.
stay busy, man. Keep your mind busy, body busy. I see Angie. Welcome in. Moon over Miami, my brother. Welcome in. Jason Mason. Thank you. Adam's Playground. Adam, brother. Welcome in, my brother. Always awesome to have you here hanging out with us. Bennett, man, how was your weekend? I know you just came home, right? This last week or this weekend?
Yeah, I got home Thursday. We had a loss in the family, so I had to be here Friday. But then, so it was like Friday was the low of the low.
Mhm.
Saturday was my wife's 18th anniversary.
Wow, congratulations,
So
brother.
we celebrated most of Saturday, and then Sunday was in the cave pushing sweatshirts and t-shirts.
Nice, nice, nice. If you guys don't know, we have been sharing that Bennett. So he started a new business. Awesome. You guys know a veteran owned business. So he's doing his shirt, print out shirts, some other stuff, right? You're doing a bunch of stuff. So guys, we're gonna be sharing that amazing stuff. I should why I don't have my shirt on today. Hold on. We're gonna my bad, Bennett. It's on my closet, but I should
You can
somebody's
wear it
gonna
when we
take over.
finally do the show.
No, somebody's gonna take over, and then I'm gonna have to go get my shirt before we probably when Lonzo's talking. Lonzo's gonna be the take over the show and talk to everybody. Is that okay, Alonso? Yes, no?
Got it. I got it.
My bad, Bennett. But yeah, I gotta put my shirt on, my t-shirt on. Yeah, we're gonna be talking all that stuff about Bennett, sharing all that stuff, guys. So we gotta support our guys and amazing stuff, man, that he's doing. Very proud of you, brother. Salty Smur, welcome in, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Christopher, True Blood, Chris in the house, bro. I love we had a bunch of our O11C veterans in the house, man, members. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with us. Thank you for your service, my brother. So, Alonso, how you doing, man?
Doing fantastic. Thanks for letting me be on the show today. We went to Apple Valley on Saturday. It was amazing. Weather was fantastic.
I cannot wait, man. We're gonna be actually, I'm gonna showing some pictures so Alonso can talk. We got Angie and Russell in the chat. Russell is driving, so Angie is commenting for us. So I need to get my pictures ready for this weekend. And we're gonna be talking about that in a minute, guys. So before that, I want to say, Robert, how was your weekend, man? Then we'll come back to Alonso now.
Weekend was good. It was a little busy.
Hey, Robert, we can see Area 51 behind you, just so you know.
Nice. All right.
So I'm already taking screenshots of it. Hold on.
Go ahead. I already moved everything out of the way.
Okay, I didn't know if you did that on purpose or not. Okay,
yes,
my bad. Sorry to interrupt.
You're good. Thank you for reminding me though. Any other day, I would have forgotten. But no, I moved everything just in case. But just mostly hung out with the wife. On Saturday, she had a work get together. It was really nice. I went axe throwing for the first time, and that was a ton of fun. Never
small axes.
I didn't think I was gonna like it, but yeah, I got addicted. I was nonstop. My arm is like still hurting.
What was that? What you were doing?
Axe throwing.
What? Oh, axe throwing? What?
Yeah. And I didn't realize I was gonna be good at it either.
Are you going pole bungeing on us or what?
Yeah, why not?
Is it on video? Because if it's not,
it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Yes, my wife has actually gotten a slow motion video of me throwing the axe.
Well, until we'll see that, it didn't happen, sir.
Okay. All right.
That's awesome, bro. That's good, man. Oh my God, he's getting his work on, this guy right here. That is awesome stuff, man. So good to go for that. I think we talked to all our guys. Yes. So let's go real quick with Alonso. So we can talk about the weekend in California, man. Alonso. So what happened there in Cali?
So we had two veteran families to reach out to you. So they were from the South area, like LA area. So me, Russ, Angie, Vanessa, and Alan, we set up a day to do like a meet and greet with them to see if they're a good fit for the organization. We met Joseph and his family, and Jason came out, Jason Payne, and awesome time. The guys were outstanding. Jason Payne's Air Force and Joseph is Army.
Cool.
We had a good outing. Russ hosted us. It was good. Brought the canopy out, and we crawled all day. All day. Yeah, from 9:30 till I think we left at 4:30.
That was so cool, man. I'm showing the pictures here, Alonso.
Yeah, I think it was like 68 degrees, little breeze. It was just amazing. And then there was a guy we met out there from another nonprofit walking around some wolves, trying to get them like to meet people and pet. Yeah, just unbelievable day.
So
you never know what's gonna happen in California, but this was a good one.
Right, it's what it said. Let me get them because they did a shout out for
Wolf-alike Ridge. Yes. I think is their Instagram. They're a nonprofit. I believe he said they have up to 90 wolves or 90 wolves mixed breed, like they have some type of wolf bloodline in them. Yeah.
The hybrids.
And that place is open to go like do a tour. So we got that invitation, so that's gonna be really cool once we get to do that.
Definitely. We cannot wait for next year when Proline by the Fire. That's about 30 minutes there from Proline. So definitely we're gonna be taking some veterans out to that location.
See that picture you have up? There's that round rock right there to the left. I think it's to the left. We crawled that same line for probably an hour.
Wow.
Joseph's son, that little 6-year-old right there, he was killing that line, and he would laugh at everybody who couldn't make it. It was the most funniest thing I've ever seen. He would just he'd give you a look and just smirk, and it was just the funniest thing. It was such a good time.
And tell me, the kids, man, they get that remote in their hand. It's like you play the forward, reverse, this, but that's awesome, man.
Yeah, that kid's 6 years old, and he was crawling like
expert.
Really good. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Kudos to his dad.
Guys, this location, I would say we love for all the events that we take our veterans out to. But this location right here is the location itself. Is one of the best out there. It's for crawling, actual crawling right here. This is the location, Horseman Park, where they do crawling by the fire, guys. So this location we always enjoy hanging out. It's so much crawling. Like Lanza said, just in one rock, man, you'll be there standing there looking up for lines out there. So this Angie here with some of the guys and stuff here. So that's so cool, man.
Yeah, it was an amazing Saturday for sure. So Russell's got those 2 families lined up to do another crawl session, and then hopefully we can get 2 more inductions going.
Right. We have some future induction ceremony coming up. That's so awesome, brother. Again, amazing time. Thank you so much. All our guys, all our reps are amazing, right?
Alan was there too, man. So he was the highlight. So it was a good day.
We love that of our fellow veteran and member of Operation 11 Charlie Allen. Alphabet, we call him Alpha. I'm not gonna try his last name. It's Alphabet. Battle, awesome, and I was very happy that he was there with you guys, man. All of our stuff there, and also, you know, meeting those new guys, new veterans, and get to know them, all that stuff, and their family, man. I love that.
So just real quick, Joseph said he had some axial rigs in the past, and he was like, you know what, I'm going to mess with them again. So he actually went to the Axial website, and I guess somewhere on the Axial website he said he saw Operation 11 Charlie, and so from there is how he found out about our organization, which I thought was really cool.
That's how he found out about us. Yes, we are.
That's how he reached out. Yeah, and then Jason kind of crawls here and there in SoCal, and somebody told him about it, and he looked into it, and he was just like, 100%, I want to be a part of that.
Awesome, and we are very honored to do that. Again, we get a lot of inquiries, guys. I was telling people, be patient, and at least we want to have a rep within 2 hours to that veteran, because the relationship between the rep and the veteran is one of the most important part, right? We are not just the RC, right? We take care of each other. We check on each other constantly. Our battle buddy system, all that stuff. So that relationship with that rep is very important. So shout out to you, Alonso.
Yeah, and if there's anybody that wants to just come out and just do a meet and greet and crawl with us to learn more about us, I'm Central Valley, California. Like I made it, that's a 3.5 hour drive for me, and I'm willing to do that. If I can get a couple of vets that want to just check it out, I will make it happen. There's enough of us around to make an event just like that. It was just a 1 day, come out, we crawled, we had fun. If you're interested, awesome, we'll get you going. You know, if it's not for you, you still get to come out and crawl with us. So I'm willing to do that if you're interested. So if you get some, if you want to come out, email Javier and we can get something going.
Yes, definitely. So we looking forward to that. We welcome that. Again, we welcome the family. I know there was a veteran asking, can I take my family? Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
The family is a huge part of our organization and what the RC does for our veterans, right?
He said that meant a lot to him too, to bring his family out. So
definitely,
it was great. Angie and Vanessa, like, you know, they talking to his wife. It was just a good day.
Yes, that's the main thing right there. We have mentioned many times the military career, it's not easy, and whatever we go through, our family go through as well as a lot of stuff. So that's why we love organization for our family to be part of that, and not just to be part of that, talking to all the wives, right? They will understand there. Hold on a second, what my husband is going through is kind of the same thing that their husband. So they will learn, okay, I'm not here by myself. And that's what I love. We were here also doing the same thing, right, Alonso, while we were doing, you guys were doing the island in California, the same thing we did here. We had two induction ceremonies, all our wives that were together talking to each other. We have a couple of two new wives there, veterans also, spend the time with us. So it was so awesome, man. They're learning of each other, learning the organization, and it's all we always welcome to do that. That's so much. That's awesome, bro. Oh, what else, Lonzo? What else you want to say, brother?
I think we're gonna do an induction maybe this week with a veteran, Chad. He's local to us. He's a Navy veteran. So hopefully the weather's coming in. They said that Pineapple Express is coming, so we're trying to get some crawling in before it starts raining for like a week. But
Yeah,
just trying to
that's
stay
awesome.
busy.
Yes, definitely. That fellow veteran. He's a correction officer, right? I
There's a
believe.
probation officer here, yeah, in Tulare County.
Awesome. Also, I cannot stress enough. We have first responders in organization, and that's part of us. Lonesome being one of them, right? Vanessa. We have some other first responders in our organization that we always welcome and do induction ceremonies as well. They're a huge part of who we are right here, right? So I
I
cannot
appreciate that a lot.
I cannot stress it enough, my brother. Pretty much. So looking forward to that. More information, guys. Feel free to access. Again, I cannot stress it enough. Be patient. We get tons and tons inquiries from veterans and all our guys are volunteers here. You guys see here all our volunteers, right? So be patient with that. Let me see here who we have here. EA Supreme, welcome. So I guess EA Supreme was there with you guys, Lonzo. He said my family had a blast. Thank you guys. So I'm assuming that's one of our veterans right there.
Okay, maybe that's Joseph.
Joseph, yeah. Then I see here we got Paynes RC. Hello everyone. Dennis, what's up, brother? Paynes RC, welcome in. Angie, as a Christopher Trubloy said, I'll be in SoCal the week before Thanksgiving next year. Oh, that's one of our friends here, Lonzo.
Set it up. Let's do it.
That's True Blood, right? Yeah, it's one of our guys. They're always busy with us here on our outings, on our VA outings as well. Said one like I said, thanks Joseph for reaching out to him and texting him on Saturday night. That's awesome. Again, I cannot stress it enough. That's Joseph. Okay, yeah. EA Supreme, that's Joseph. That's awesome. Love it.
It was
Again,
insane. It was like immediate like friendship, brotherhood, and I just met these guys.
yep.
Like it was they're good people, very good people.
Love it. Can't wait for you guys to meet up again, and I cannot wait to meet them again. Again, that Cali chapters and those areas are very active, especially there in the Apple Valley area that we have Prona by the Fire. So it seems like this year we're gonna have more veterans there in that Prona by the Fire. That's what we hope for. We get more present there from our newest inductees. That's awesome. Also, we have, I know that's further up, but we have Axel Fest, California. That's another amazing location out there that we go to in Axel Fest, California. Down at what is the Rob's Resort?
Rob's Resort, yeah. That's out in the boonies, man. The boonies.
Yeah, all the way up there. So here, let me show. Also, again, we had. Let me show here some pictures. But we had also, like I mentioned earlier, so we could go back to Matt. We had some. Let me here present this real quick. So also we had another outing here locally. Right, we did two induction ceremonies here with us. Full inductions, right? These are veterans that never been into the hobby, guys. We always mention this. We had two types of induction ceremony. A full induction that you see here is a veteran that never been into the hobby. We get them set up after they do the outings that we do. We do at least 3-4 outings, like Lonzo. We were doing this past weekend out there. Lonzo, we were doing in Roswell in California. So the whole package. Shout out to Horizon Axial, Brad Gak here, from Element, all that. So huge shout out Helios, all our sponsors, all were helping us out. Thank you, thank you so much. So here, we had two induction ceremony. It happened. Robert, U.S. Army veteran, retired over 20+ years in the military, and his wife Teresa. They drove, I think it's 4 or 5, Fort Benning area, so Columbus. I think it's about 5 hours or so, for that induction. We took him out 2 or 3 times with us, and then now we did his induction ceremony this past weekend. Huge shout out. We cannot stress it enough with Joel Collins, Exoplex at Exocage RC. We were here at the Exoplex, always doing this private outings for us and being part of it, and taking care of Robert, man, all that stuff. Joel took his time, man, to hang out with our guys, and especially with Robert, and showing him the brand new in the RC and learning more and showing him how to crawl on his course, all that stuff. He took his time. So that's we really appreciate that. Here is Thomas and John. These are future inductees, our second outing, man. They drove 5 hours, guys, 5 hours from they're from Georgia and from the Augusta area. So a Marine veteran and U.S. Army veteran, they come here. No, Marine veteran, Air Force veteran, apologize to Thomas. And they brought his family members as well. So had an amazing time. Their future inductees that we're going to be planning their induction ceremony soon. So hopefully in the next outing here, after this event, it may be out there in Stone Mountain in Atlanta area, in Georgia area. That's where they're from. Here also another, I think Frank is here with us, or he was here with us, but this is Brandon, another new veteran that is joining us. This is our third outing with us. He's a future inductee. He came in with his wife and hang out with us. There's Errol, one of our veterans that he was one of the referrals from the VA hospital here. Errol, U.S. Army veteran, so he was showing and Brandon, the area, hanging out with with guys out there. Here we got Maurice, Tanya, his wife. This is when we were doing the induction ceremony or showing some of the stuff to Robert. All this stuff that it was given to him, all that. So that's awesome. We got Ronald, some of our guys there. Here our veterans hanging out. Robert, all that stuff. So awesome. I always enjoy that. Here, Frank, talking to Robert, hanging out. So there's some of the picture, guys, that I want to show to you guys, man. So this is what happened in the whole weekend out here. Amazing location, guys. If you have the opportunity, this is one of the rigs that was inducted for Robert. So if you have the opportunity to go to this location on the Exoplex, it's an amazing spot here for that stuff, guys. So
it looks amazing on the YouTube channel.
Right. Can you guys see this? Right?
No, I haven't seen anything.
I haven't seen anything in the last few minutes.
What? Oh, I didn't know what happened here to my live stream. Okay, what happened here?
I think you forgot to screen share.
No, it took me out, guys. Can you guys see me? Okay, what happened here? I thought I was showing the pictures all this time. It's been like 30 minutes. My goodness. That's the Army guy on me. Hold on a second. My goodness, I thought I was showing pictures. Jeez, Squeeze. You see Alonso? I'm gonna change your name back, bro.
Please don't.
I'm gonna ask Vanessa, can I change his name back? Let's see what Vanessa says.
She's probably watching in the house.
Or he yelling, yes. What? All this time I thought I was showing. My goodness. Let me know, guys. If
There you go. It's on.
My Lord, all this time, nobody. You see? I was just talking here to myself. Showing so guys, so I'm gonna go quick, guys. This is full induction that we did. Some of this you guys see this Teresa, then one of our veterans, Ronald, showing how to crawl, all that stuff. They took the time, and our new inductees and family members, man. Again, that's Thomas and John, Sean and Brandon. Others so that I was talking and explaining to you guys what happened this past weekend. Thank you so much, guys.
Frank.
Whoop. That's awesome, man. Mike, all this time nobody said nothing. Hey, I mean, we cannot see nothing. Jeez, please, bro. Okay, so let me see, guys. I think that's it. Anything else that we forgot to mention, guys? Okay, Frank's computer. Frank is having issues with his computer. It's not cooperating. So that's it. That's a beautiful weekend that we had again. Welcome to our newest inductees, Frank and Teresa, U.S. Army. Thank you so much for becoming part of our organization. Looking forward to hang out with them more and then go to the special outings. Definitely, we're gonna go out to visit there, and they're in Columbus and Fort Benning area, so we're gonna be there, present and showing. We have some veterans in that area that we're gonna be connecting them with. Hello, our guys from California that went out there, a new veterans. We looking forward to hang out and go out with them, more on that and future outings that we may have, and also from other chapters that we have. So I think that's it, guys. Here now, anything else that we need to mention, guys? No? Did we cover everything? Also, we are going to be there's some events coming up next month. We had the Cottons event, right? Robert's painting. And
Hello.
do you remember the dates for
Yes,
Cottons?
16th, 17th, and 18th in Bushnell, Florida.
Bushnell, Florida, guys. So that's happening next month. Then in March is the Zombie Palooza, guys, down in Georgia. Also, we're supposed to have our guys there from Georgia Rock Zombies here in the future, so we could talk about that event as well. So we cannot wait for that. So now let's go back. Let's go, guys. Let me see here before. Now we're gonna go with Matt. Said Robert. Says my wife Teresa will not let me drive her RC. Right, I know, right, Rob? Hey, that's what we gave you one and one for her. So that's how usually happens. That's awesome, man. Yeah. Awesome, man. It's I love that. You know, hanging out with the family, just awesome. So let me see. Let me gather some stuff here that we're gonna be talking about. An amazing organization that is out there for our veterans, guys. So let's introduce now Matt. Welcome again, brother. Thank you for your service, Matt. So if you can introduce yourself for the people here that are watching here on the panel and chat.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me up. My name's Matt. I'm with Outdoor Valor, a local veterans nonprofit here in Central Florida. And what we do is we use fishing in the outdoors as our modality to help treat PTSD and help stop the suicide epidemic. We do this of two ways. We have two separate boats now. So we do group trips right now where we do 4 or 5 veterans on a trip. We'll go hang out. And if there's a veteran there that I can tell that really needs some more PTSD counseling and therapy, I'll put them on our skiff and we'll do one-on-one talks and just hang out and do life together. Because that's the thing is we get out of the military.
Yes.
And instantly your purpose is gone. And
Yes.
You're sitting there twiddling your thumbs and you feel horrible. It's just horrible feeling. And then so a lot of guys will fall into alcoholism and drugs and then start going down that depression hole and all that. But if you think about it, for thousands of years, men, I'm not discounting our female veterans, but us men have been out hunting and fishing, gathering, and being part of the military kind of feeds that inner drive of what you need, you know, what you're called to do as a man, right? And so when we bring guys back out there, it just kind of opens them back up. You know, I could speak a whole lot about it. I mean, I see that Frank's here. Maybe Frank can say a couple things. I mean, I've been fishing with Frank for 2-3 years now, and we've gone, oh gosh, all up and down the East Coast and 100 miles into the Gulf a couple times. We do all kinds of fun stuff to go. It's a lot of fun. And so what we do is we'll have those 4 or 5 veterans come on the boat. No, we don't have any crazy applications or questions or anything. I just want to know that you served and you made it past boot camp.
Yes.
If you got PTSD, you're going to go to the front of the line. But a lot of those guys sometimes it's kind of hard to get them on the boat.
Yes.
But once they're on there, once they commit, then they realize. And what I like to do, especially over in the Gulf side, is I've got a couple of numbers over there that if I got somebody really struggling, I'll just get them. I'll put a live bait on as big as your hand, drop it down, and say, "All right, well, tell me what happened in war." And they'll get maybe 4 or 5 words out, and the rod's bent over, and it's game on. Just trying to not necessarily replace their memories, but kind of cloud that trauma memory with a good memory.
Yes. That is so cool, man. I've been posting here on the links here on the chat so people will know what the organization is all about. So you guys can share it as well and look into it for Outdoor Valor. That's so awesome.
Yeah, and we have no paid staff, and all of our money goes straight into the gas tank. So when our donations come in, it's straight to the point. I live on my Army pension. That's all I need. I don't need anything else. I mean, I only did 3 years in the Army, and I felt like I still needed to serve. And so that's where I'm at doing right now is serving and doing life and hanging out with other vets.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how we are. That's why we live here. I live on my Army pension, all that stuff, and that's everything that I thought is gonna go towards that. Amazing. Awesome. Well said there, brother. So U.S. Army, who?
No, I'm 3rd ACR. We're Cav. We don't say who.
My bad.
I almost got slapped my first time going in to report for duty, and I said who, and they stood up and got after me.
You learn quick, right?
Yeah.
You only do it once, man. So Frank, we got Frank here, Matt, right? You say you want him to. You could say a couple of things about the organization, Frank, that you've been working on as well.
Yeah. So I ran into Matt. Yeah, it's been probably about 4 years. Yeah, 3-4 years. Whatever. Things looked a little bit different back then. But being getting out there, with Matt and really talking to these other vets, there's nothing better than help put them on a big fish and like Matt was saying, tell me about your story or whatever, and then you see him hook onto a fish and the rod almost goes overboard and just the jubilation, you know what I mean? Just the joy, right? They're removed from some of their problems to that moment, you know what I mean? And like I said, replace some of the bad memories, right? Like so oftentimes it seems like our lives kind of come to a screeching halt, oftentimes with a traumatic event, right? In our military service, and it seems like, and then all of our conversations are in therapy sessions, right? So it's all that trauma again. That's all we are. We're just stuck in the trauma, right? Just relive the worst experience of your life all the time, right? But getting out and doing things like playing with RC cars up in the woods, which is or out deep sea fishing, we start to replace those memories and those thoughts, and and eventually it's just part of your story and not your narrative. You know what I mean? It's and it's no longer owning you. You're not this, you're not that. You just went fishing. You caught this. You know what I mean? It's different. It helps change your perspective.
Your perspective, and also Frank, hanging out with other veterans that go through kind of basically a similar scenarios, how that happens, or go through what we go through, right, Frank? That's very important, right?
It's hard to we come back and then you're trying to talk to civilians, right? And you're trying to figure out how to be a civilian again, but you're never going to be a civilian, and that's fine. Right? Everything that happened to you is never going to go away. It's all right. You know what I mean? You just need to, you know what I mean? It's all right that Jerry next door who golfs on the weekend doesn't understand why you yell every time something drops. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
but it's all right though. You know what I mean? Go hang out with the dude that understands and just yells louder than you. I was like, fuck it, we can make it through it. You know what I mean? Like there's no quit, you
It's
know.
not-
But
that's
anyways.
what we're leaning to each other, right? Us veterans and our families that understand what we go through, our friends that understand that what we go through, right? And that's very important, a part of the process, right? And like Matt says, when we get out, we lose our focus, right? And we lose our purpose, man. That's one of the worst things to do. And then when we don't have that family member, that's a support system around us that happens to a lot of our brothers, right? That's when we lose them to suicide. That's when we lose them to homelessness or go to jail, whatever is the reason happen to those. So I always mention this to you guys. I'm blessed. I'm very grateful that I have my wife, right? And my battle buddy that always check on me. And at the time, my family and buddies make sure that I was okay, that I would stay afloat, stayed on the other side of the ground, right? So I'm very grateful that that's a huge part of it, man. And the huge gap between the military career and the civilian life is huge, man. And sometimes that process, it could be seamless and it's quick, but not for all our guys. A lot of our guys, it's a hard and long process to understand and kind of like feel it's just hard. It's just hard on that, Paul. So well said, Frank, on that. Let me see.
Yeah, and like Frank had said, he's been fishing with me for 4 years, so we're not a hug a vet kind of trip. So we're not going to just take you out once, unless you only want to go once.
Yeah.
But we'll go out multiple times a year, with certain veterans, and then other veterans will only go once, or they only want to do inshore. They can only do, certain days of the week kind of thing. But it's not like, we just come out, take you fishing, and then that's the end of it. I mean, there's guys, Frank included, that I've taken fishing that we play Call of Duty pretty frequently. I try to do my best to meet our brothers and sisters where they are.
Yeah.
I mean, because the suicide epidemic is outrageous. I mean, we lost in 20 years of war, we lost like 7,000 soldiers to active combat. We've lost 36,000 to suicide. Just our generation, the OIF, OEF, that's 36,000. That's not okay.
It's not. No. And then some people don't understand that, man. They don't understand and they cannot believe is that amount of guys that we have lost, especially when we're over here in stateside. It's just people. That's why us organization like yours, ours, that spread what's going on to our guys, man. Because then we as a organization, as a community, we got to do something. We got to take care of our guys. So, it's well said, man.
I forgot one key piece of information. Our trips are 100% free. So all you got to do is show up.
Well,
make sure you bring a cooler. You're going to need a cooler, but other than that.
And I share your
Big
website.
Cooler.
Be cooler.
Big cooler.
Yeah, I would encourage y'all to go look at, I just started a YouTube channel this year. Got a couple of videos up there. I've got a TikTok. If you want to share that, it's at capt Schwanke, my last name. There's a ton of content in there, and Frank has shot some of the videos. So, and it's to the point now to where Frank and I, when we go fish, because he's pretty close to becoming a first mate now. We're not necessarily there to fish. I mean, we love going out there and watching the sunset and the dolphins, and I love watching people. I tell them to eat their Wheaties when they come, and they don't expect it, and it, show them a good time.
Oh yeah, always a good time.
We gotta get Roger. We gotta get a Navy guys with Matt. Because like this guy's always like Roger's always on the water, man. So we need to get Roger one of them trips with Matt. You guys. Let me see here. Beer Stud, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Hey everyone, thank you for your service, bro. Appreciate that very much. Here we got Teresa Osborne. Thank you for everything you did for my husband and I. It was a huge bless, and truly appreciate everyone who pour into us, thoughts for us, using the cars and made friends. Everyone was not. Hey, that's what we're here for, Teresa, for all our guys. That's we cannot express it enough. Thank you and welcome to the family again. Larry, welcome in, my brother. Radioactive, our Scale RC, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Guys, any people here on the chat and on the panel that have any question for Matt, feel free to jump in. All that. Oh, Matt, so everything for the organization has to be local, right? For them, they have to make it here, right?
If we were able to secure the funding that I know that I could use for our company, where I could fly people in.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at the point now where I can almost guarantee you're going to go home with something now.
Yeah.
Right. But with gas prices and everything, we're pretty much, it's $1,000 to get the boat wet. So trying to fly people in. Now I do have guys that come down from all over the place. I mean, I've had guys drive down from Virginia, New York. I've got a group that comes down of 12 veterans every July, July from Kentucky. It's another nonprofit, Kentucky Wounded Heroes. They send me 12 guys. They put them up in a hotel, and I take them out 2-3 times. But yeah, if you can get here, or if you're here on vacation or something, depending on what time of year it is, I can make it happen for the most part. As long as the weather's decent, especially since I'm here in Central Florida. Like I was telling you before the show, I can fish pretty much anywhere on the Atlantic coast. Just depends on how far I'm driving. Because I live in Ocala. To get down to Cape Canaveral, it's almost 3 hours.
Yeah, for our side. Yeah.
And then over on the Gulf side, I'll fish down to Tampa. I don't necessarily like fishing Tampa. There's a lot of traffic and stuff down there. I like to fish up here, up in the nature coast where you don't see anybody.
Okay.
You're on the water. It's just you and the boat in the water. I mean, where I fish in the Gulf, you might hear some fighter jets flying over because there's a bombing range out that way. But they're coming out of Pensacola.
Oh yes, right. Especially you're on that side. So I want to show here, Matt. I want to show your website here real quick so people can see it.
Right there on the website, right there at top left, we have our Warriors banquet coming up February 24th, the end of next month.
Right here.
It's $30 to come. We're going to have food. There's going to be lots of raffles. We got some pretty awesome firearms that we're going to be auctioning off and raffling off.
Okay, sweet.
Vacation packages and stuff. That's our one big fundraiser a year. Now, where it says raffle ticket, I can't list, the Second Amendment items, so I have to just put it as raffle ticket.
Gotcha.
But you can buy those there at the banquet itself.
Definitely.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I apologize.
No, I said if they're interested, just hit the apply tab and then just fill out our super short questionnaire, which is just basically who you are, what branch you were, what's your MOS kind of thing. And we'll get back with you when we have some trip days lined up.
Definitely. Frank, we need to get some of our guys. So we could be present here. My wife saw it and said we need to be there and go to that this banquet and support you.
Yeah, we have a children's room. So last year we had 30 kids in a room, and so I decided this year we'll do just $10 for the kids to show up, and we're gonna order a bunch of pizza and have a movie. We have board games and all kinds of other stuff in that kids' room if you're gonna bring, because my kids are gonna be there.
Awesome.
They come everywhere with us. I mean, they even come out and mate the boat from time to time.
So Frank and I gonna volunteer to take care of the daycare. So probably when you guys come back to that room, it's gonna be doing PT, all that stuff. No, Frank, no.
You don't want me taking care of the kids. I'll make a bet. Yeah, you don't want me taking care of the kids. They just throw a bunch of Benadryl in with the candy corn. It'd be good.
No, he brought one of his RC trucks up one time, and he almost lost it to my son. He was going to steal it.
Oh yeah, Miller's Marine for that one. Thing. Yeah,
awesome.
That was hilarious.
So here, let me see here. Beer Stud just found on Facebook group page. Also, welcome, welcome, brother. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the warm welcome. appreciate you, brother. If you follow veteran, let us know, brother. Let us know. Larry said he have applied for, I guess I'm assuming for that outing. Larry, let me know if you applied for an outing with Matt. He's one of our O11C veterans, Matt, from Fort Benning. Actually, he's in Alabama, Fort Mitchell area. Yeah.
Fort Mitchell. I got his application right here. I'm staring right at it.
Awesome. That's awesome right there. Guff, was it Guff? Welcoming, says hi, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I say Papa Shorty's RC. Does anyone have contact with someone in the VA? Have been trying to get help with getting his DD-214. Okay, though this is the veteran that needs that help with. So we need to find out something. Papa, I believe American Legion, because you don't go through the VA for getting your DD-214. You need a rep, either American, and Matt and Frank on my veterans can jump into this if I'm wrong. But I know that American Legion, VFW, DAV, they will help you get your DD-214. You just got to go to one of their offices that they use and help the rep for. So they will have. So you need a local VA rep for your county. Well said. Thank you, Beer Stud. So I know that because we have a few of our veterans that had issues with finding the DD-214, and they need a VA rep for the county. Definitely. And thank you, Eric, brother. Also, yeah, veteran service represented for each county. So you got to search on that, brother. Again, and I also know American Legion, VFW, and DAV will also help you out. So you just get one of their offices and find help on that. So thank you, Alonso, for being here with us. You gotta go dinner time. Thank you, Alonso, for stopping by and hanging out with us. So let me go back. So this is some of the stuff here. So I hope we can answer that, Papa Shorty RC. Look into that, brother. Look into that and let us know, because you need that rep to help you out. And let me see here. So this is again, you mentioned also Matt here. This is the raffle, right?
So it says grand prize raffle ticket. We have a Howa M1500 and 6.5 PRC. Okay. That's going to be part of that raffle ticket. A Ruger 1911, and then a CV Redhead Premier over under 12 gauge. That's going to be part of that raffle. So whoever wins the first, there's going to be 3 winners. So the first one gets first choice, second gets second choice.
Okay.
Third gets third choice.
I
know we're also auctioning off a full boat wrap, a 3-day, 2-night vacation and an inshore fishing charter out of the plantation in Crystal River.
Mm-hmm.
We got some pretty cool stuff. I've been trying to get after it these last couple of weeks.
So also, man, with these banquets and this raffle, that is how you keep going, right? Your nonprofit, all that stuff.
So we do raffles. We'll do our big banquet. We didn't do it during the COVID years, but we just started it up last year again, and so that'll be our big fundraiser. And then throughout the year, you might see on our Facebook page, we might be auctioning off some fishing gear or outdoor related apparel or stuff like that. Awesome. And then obviously we have some larger donors, but those are, actually, close friends of mine that, I went to high school with that try to keep us afloat.
Awesome. So this is the application right here, and we're navigating guys through the website. So maybe it could help our guys, our veterans, right, to reach out any member. So this is where here you hit apply, and this is where, like, Larry, one of our veterans, applied, right? So here's where they submit everything, right?
Yep.
So all the information, blah blah blah, combat related PTSD, say yes or no, all that stuff, before and after, and all this stuff. You go through all that stuff, brother. So so they need what do they need, like a VA, a copy of the VA ID card? Do they need DD-214 or what else?
DD-214 or a military ID or VA.
Okay.
I tend to stay closer to the DD-214 just because I've had a couple of guys that were in for 4 weeks and they're professional veterans now. So
Okay, yeah, yeah. That's why we always it's always important adding and that having that easy to 14. Yes.
yeah, they don't submit it until I've got a trip, lined up, and then I said, okay, well, I'll send you an email. You send it back to me, and then we'll confirm everything up.
Yes. Well, yeah. Also, the reasons for this charge and whatnot. So a lot of stuff you
Yeah.
gotta look.
Well,
that.
I'm not necessarily worried about the discharge. I'm just, because you could have a guy that's 10 years in and screwed up, and he's got a dishonorable discharge, but he's still got,
Yeah.
2 combat tours, and he's still got PTSD.
I
I know a guy like that. He got out because he couldn't deal with his PTSD, got addicted to cocaine, and they gave him a dishonorable discharge. So he's got PTSD and scars of war and no VA or mental health care.
Exactly. That's a lot of stuff. That's why you gotta look into all that stuff because you don't know. That's part of his condition, right?
Yeah.
And that's why we come in organizational hour. We're still gonna help them out and guide them. And that's
Right.
why they got the vet centers. A lot of our
Right.
veterans don't know the vet centers, even though they kind of work with the VA, but they will take our guys in. It doesn't matter what now, so they will take and make sure they've been taken care of. So I know every county has a vet centers out there that help.
And there, I mean, if there's something that I can't help you with, or if you're pretty far off, I've got a program that I can send you to that's nationwide. There's outposts in California, Ohio, Colorado, Texas, Virginia. It's a week-long intensive faith-based PTSD treatment. And then when you get back from that, I put you in touch with one of our other nonprofits out of Tampa, SOF, which they'll take you out of the VA and pay for your civilian medical care for a year. And get you back on your feet and feeling the way you're supposed to. And I believe in both of those because I've gone through them both myself, and I don't take anything from the VA anymore.
Exactly. And that is well to know all this stuff that is out there for our guys, well set, man, so we can guide them on the right path and what else is out there for them, other than the VA, all the stuff that they need help with. There, Larry says, Matt, can we donate items for raffles?
Yeah, I was trying to type a response to him, but yeah, if he just gives me a call tomorrow. And honestly, Larry, I looked at your application and you want to go inshore. Right now, we're not going to be doing inshore until probably late April and May when the water gets back to 70 degrees because the trout are in about 20 feet of water and the redfish are back up in the rock piles and places that I don't want to go.
Yeah.
I don't have a metal boat. We just got our big offshore boat back from the shop today, and I've got to finish some little wiring things up here and there, and I'm trying to get it ready so I can get back out on the water next week and start running trips because that big boat's been down since October. I broke the T-top last June when those guys from Kentucky came down. They came down. I had to go. We had to fish. It was 5 to 6 foot seas. I mean, we caught fish, and I can show you some photos of those guys when they got back to the dock. They just they were wore out. And it was a rough day, but it broke the top, so that we had to get that fixed and replaced.
And let me show this real quick. Let me answer a real quick question here on the chat. So I want to show those pictures from the Instagram you have. Let's see, a beer stud said, I just filed for my VA benefit so far, 1 doctor's appointment, and it's a feel like a waiting game now. Hey, bro, it's military. Hurry up and wait. But also make sure, I don't know your situation, beer stud, brother, but make sure you have a representative. I cannot stress that enough for all our guys. Make sure you have a representative. There's a lot of representative out there. Again, so many organizations out there help you with this. Also, like American Legion, DAB, and so many out there. And also, I always tell our guys to make sure to feel comfortable, right, with that rep, right, and do your search, right. Make sure that they know what they're doing, right. But again, you need to have that rep. And
I would get a rep and then go to your local VA and ask for the VSO. They'll help you. The VSO is usually a veteran that's going to help you get in there and do that. But I would also tell you now that I know that my mother's just finishing up her training to be the VA's comp and pen for psychiatry.
Okay.
Um, I'm telling you right now, when you guys go in there and you go for your evals, don't talk about how good you got it or this or that. You need to talk about the worst of the worst days that you have and how many of those worst days that you have a week or a month.
Mhm.
You don't sugarcoat it. Don't beat around the bush. Just straight to the point. Like for me, I get migraines, two times a week on average, and those two, I got to take medication for them, but I could say, oh, I'm good 5 days out of the week. It's just those 2 days. No, those two days are the worst days of the week, and I can't, you can't
function.
You can't function. So you need to tell them that and be very direct about it.
Yes. Now we always say the same thing. We always tell our guys, definitely. That's how you do. Make sure they know that, right? Let me see here. Christopher Trubler said, if we're able to go on a trip, can we bring kids or family, Matt?
Heck yes, you can. I actually love it when we get families out there. I mean, if you can have, a husband and wife and 2 kids or 3 kids, as long as, they're over like 8 or 9 years old, I don't mind taking them out there. It's always a lot of fun. It's one of those family memories that, the kids will never forget.
Yeah. Awesome. Love that. Let me see the weekend free for any time. So Larry, you said there after the 3rd week end of March, I'm free for anywhere, anytime. Awesome. Georgia Rock Zombie says, I'm late. How's everyone doing? Georgia, thank you guys. Thank you, brother, for stopping by, brother. That's an event that happened on March, guys. So Georgia Rock Zombie Palooza. We're gonna be having more information on that on the future, for that, so you guys can attend to that. Let me see here. I was gonna show, right? We were talking about the boats. I'm gonna show Matt right now the Instagram, brother, here, so you could walk through this. So this is your boat right here, right?
Yeah, we just picked it up today.
Sweet.
And just got to tidy up all the little bits of wiring. I had them just dump it into the electronics box up top. And so I got to finish all that up, but.
Oh, sweet. I guess some of the posts you did on New Year, Christmas time. Well, what's this going on, brother? What's going on here?
That was our very first fishing trip 7 years plus ago, just over 7 years. When I had a really small boat, but those are the first 2 guys. And coincidentally, I had the guy on the left in the blue, I hadn't talked to him in a while. And if you're in Florida, I don't know if you know about Operation Outdoor Freedom. It's a hunting and fishing thing ran by the state. And him and I both got chosen for this hunt 2 weeks ago down in South Florida. So we reconnected and we're, back to talking all the time. That's a good thing about what we do is if I run into you, I'm sure I'm going to run into most of these guys again. I mean, since I started this in 2016, I mean, we've taken over 1,700 veterans out on the water.
Wow.
And I'm pretty close friends with a bunch of them, and I talked to a bunch of them. I'm actually surprised I haven't got any phone calls tonight during this. So
that is so cool. That is awesome. So where you guys went to hunt? You mentioned you went hunting. Where you guys went?
So it was
Everglades.
They call it Camp Prairie. You know where Brahma Island is?
No, brother.
South of Lake Wales, Brahma Island. That's like its own little hunting preserve. Well, this is across the lake from there.
Okay.
With Operation Outdoor Freedom, most of the hunts are on state forestry land, which is not allowed to be hunted. And so Adam Putnam, so many years ago, started this program, and now veterans through this program can hunt those areas for Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of thing. And they put you up and feed you, put you in a bunkhouse or a hotel or wherever. Just got to make sure you have a gun that you trust and you can still shoot. So
that is sweet. That is awesome. And that's also you can do. I got to check into that.
Yeah, you have to have like a 30% or higher disability.
Percent. Okay.
I don't know what the algorithm is, but I know that a lot of the guys that I've gone on those hunts with were all 100%ers. But there's also they deal with the same thing I deal with, where we'll schedule you, and then 24 hours, 36 hours before, they'll cancel, and then you have to get an alternate kind of thing. But it's a great program. I've killed a bunch of deer because I don't have time to get a lease and do all that, because I'm always fishing.
Yeah.
Especially in the fall time, right till the end of November.
Mm-hmm.
That's best time of year, because the water's cooling down, the fish are starting to fatten up. Where now we're January, February, March, grouper, the red grouper, and like the mangrove snapper and stuff like that got a lot of fat in them. They're really good eating. So
That's good stuff, brother. Let me see here. Georgia Rock Zombie Palooza with FMS Festival. That's in March, guys. And also he said, that's amazing. I love hearing support for our veterans, bro. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for always supporting our veterans in our organization like Matt's right here. For veterans, I know that guys also, there's some veterans that may know, right? They may not know. Depends on your state. There's a lot of benefit that you have, right? And there's some states that depends on the percentage. Also, you gotta be, like Matt said, you have to be 100% total and permanent, or depending on the state, you just 100%, and you will get different benefits, right? You may qualify for more benefit. But right, if I'm not mistaken, the fishing and license, that's free. You have to be 100% total permanent here in Florida, or no?
Say that again. I was reading the comments.
The license for fishing and hunting, I know, is free for veterans that are 100% total and permanent here in the state.
Yeah, you got to fill it out, an application through the Go Florida Outdoors through the FWC. So you have to submit, you fill it out, and then you submit your total and permanent status, or 100% status.
Yes.
And they'll give it back. They'll send it back to you. They'll send you a 5-year license.
Yeah.
And I did not know this until I came up for renewal 2 years ago, and they just automatically renewed it for free. So, even if you're not 100% disabled, total and permanent, you can, in Florida, you can take your paperwork down to the DMV and buy your license there. You can get pay $25, you get a Sportsman's Gold license for the year. That's got all the tags and everything except for the federal stamps.
Awesome. Let me see here. So here, I think there's a question for you, Matt. Do you take veterans from Alabama? I have 3 friends who are veterans. One is 100%, I think. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah. So what I always tell people, if you're going to drive to Florida to go fish with us, June and July is the best time. Because there's a lot of flat days, and it's going to be swampy hot, but because when we go out in the Gulf, we tend to go out there when it looks like a lake. I call it Lake Mexico, where there's almost no wind. So I was just try to make sure you stay hydrated, but that's usually when we go out, because most of the fish are in season in that time. And Larry, we're out of Florida.
Yeah. If you're out of state, Larry, like Matt mentioned earlier, you guys can come down here to Florida. You just got to make sure that he has some outings lined up during those months, like you mentioned, June and July, right?
Yeah. So I used to plan a day and say, hey, you can come down, let's try to go fishing on that. I don't do that anymore. I usually do about 3 or 4 days heads up if I see a good weather window, because I've had so many times where I had guys come in from out of town and we went fishing and it was not fun.
Yes.
And I don't want it to be like that. I want to, you have a good time. I've been out there one time and it was scary. Yeah.
Safety first, right? Safety first.
No, safety third. 3 points of contact.
I remember, Matt, the first time we went out of Daytona and going back to that inlet, and it was gnarly. Man, I came back, it was soaking wet. My body hurt so bad. And then I realized the beanbag. I'm like, the beanbag is the lifesaver. Yeah, that was rough.
Well, I understand the question now from Larry. He said out of state license.
If he comes from out of state and he gets here, we typically will buy an out of state license with him. It's only like $15 for the weekend, but it's it's worth it.
Yes.
It's definitely worth it. It's, I mean, even just getting out. I mean, it's, I mean, everything's what you make it. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be a jerk, you're gonna be a jerk everywhere. But if you come down to have fun and fish, man, it's gorgeous.
Corey, make sure to text me, bro. We posted in our private group, but if you need it, text me, bro. You got my number. Text me or message me, and I will send that information for Matt, bro. So you could give it to your buddies. Definitely, brother. Any of us. Let me see here. What if I miss anything here? Out of state license, doing your VA claims takes time, and yes, VA rep important. Definitely. Yeah, brother. And any information, guys, that we have here, if you after the show pass, also you got to look in the description, right, of the video. You will see Outdoor Valor website as well, guys. But if not, you can reach out to any of us here, and we'll make sure you get the right information from for Matt here. That's awesome. I love it, brother. Let me see here. We have everything we were trying to show here. I was going through the Facebook also. Has a Facebook page. Oh, I see here that you guys went to a football game. That's cool, bro.
Actually, so here's the thing on that one. My wife, I don't ever. So the only two nonprofits that I take advantage of are the Operation Outdoor Freedom here in the state of Florida. It's run by the state. It's always great. And then VetTix. I use VetTix religiously. I love that organization.
Same here.
So yeah.
That is awesome. I see there's I think it's a Miami game.
So what ended up happening is sorry, I lost that TBI brain, lost where I was going with that. No, so my wife had bought or had applied to some contest with one of our banks that we use. Mm-hmm. And apparently we didn't win first place. We won second place, which I didn't feel like I wanted to go down on the field at the Florida Gator game and be paraded around and all that stuff. So so we went, they gave us tickets to the Jags game, but they gave us a suite, like a cabana.
Wow.
Every quarter they were bringing us food. It was pretty cool. So what I ended up doing is I brought a bunch of vets and guys that have applied through our program, and we all went out and had a good time.
That is awesome, bro. That is awesome here.
It's interesting to see how the other half lives up there.
Let's see me here. I'm right here at your Facebook page. Matt, there's an outing that you had, right? Going out there. That's so cool, brother. Look at that, man.
That's a skiff there.
That is awesome, man.
So I can take two people on that boat if we're gonna fish.
Nice.
It's not very big. I bought it and set it up just for one-on-one, so I can just hang out and do one-on-one conversations. I mean, there's some days where that day we'll just put our feet in the water and we won't even fish. We'll just talk.
That's awesome. Also, I know you mentioned earlier when you had those veterans that need that one-to-one stuff. So that's awesome, bro. And how many you can put in that big boat? The one that you were
I tend to take 4. I can take 5.
Okay.
It depends on how far we want to go and if you want to stand up the whole time, because I only have 3 bean bags.
Okay.
So 4. If I take 4, 1 sits next to me.
Okay.
You don't want to sit in the front of the boat. I mean, it's not worth it. unless you enjoy back surgery, but
right.
Sitting in the very back in a bean bag, usually 20 minutes max, and you're passed out. If you don't start talking to the person sitting next to you, you're going to fall asleep. Jeez. And I can promise you, if somebody drives the boat and I sit in that beanbag, I will go to sleep every time.
And then when you wake up, you guys are somewhere in the Caribbean, right?
It's pretty easy. Just follow the line on the screen.
Okay. It's so
that
cool.
The picture of one of you took out Matthew, my son, just before he left for the Navy. That just popped up my memories, and I'm asleep in a beanbag, and he's sitting there like. So yeah, it's the beanbags. Take it.
Oh man, that's a nice looking boat, brother.
Thank you.
That's a nice looking boat. I like that wrap, man. That's awesome, man. Looks so cool.
Supposed to look like a worn, rusty battleship. That was the inspiration I gave him for. Uh-oh, see, I told you somebody was going to call me.
Uh-oh, you see?
Send the voicemail.
Uh,
It's usually about between 9:30 and 11 when I start getting phone calls. But
well, it's
that's what
nice.
I love doing, man. I love sitting down and just talking to people.
The same,
know?
the same way here. The same way, bro. I enjoy talking to our veterans and whatnot. Definitely, bro. That's one of the best thing right there. This is so cool. So when did you start? If you mentioned it earlier, apologies. But when did you start doing this, Matt?
2016. So we had bought a boat. Oops. I had bought a boat, and then before we sold our first house, and so we took the proceeds from the house and went down to the Keys and stayed in the Keys for a week. Actually, no, week and a half, something like that. And I had some veterans in the house next to me. Had a really small Boston whaler, probably like 14 foot. My first boat was like 21 foot. And so I was like, hey, you guys want to go catch some mahi with me? Let's go after it. And so that's what I did. I saw the smiles and the pure joy that I get out of it, and then getting to see it come out of other veterans. And I, sat down, talked to the wife and my dad, and I said, we got to do something about this, and started doing it that way.
Yeah.
And then fast forward to, 2018, I had my own suicide attempt and all that. I had my son choked on a piece of candy, and before I joined the Army, I was a paramedic, and I had a 6-year-old little girl with congestive heart failure die in my arms.
Oh.
Well, so I joined the Army a couple weeks later. Couldn't do that. But so my son choked on a piece of candy to the point where he had went unconscious and was limp, and I was losing my mind, and sent me into a flashback, and just spent some time in the hospital kind of thing. And after I got all that done, we bought a bigger boat so we can get a wheelchair if we have wheelchair bound veterans. And we started really getting pretty heavy into the fishing. And since COVID, I would say my Gulf of Mexico fishing operations has exploded to the point where even now, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I rarely fish the same area twice ever. We just go out there and we have a good time, and I try to tell people, I say, I looked at the numbers earlier, I think it was like December, we had done 1,700 veterans.
Wow.
I was the only one out of all those 1,700 that I know of that's had an attempt, and we have had 0 suicides.
Amen.
Just
Amen.
just by hanging out with guys and fishing.
Yes. And that is so important. That is so important. Thank you for doing this, man. It means a lot. And that is basically the same thing that we created all Operation 11 Charlie. The same reason, brother. For what I was going through, the same kind of situation, and the guys that we were losing, for my unit, to suicide. It's just hard, man. But thank you for doing that, brother. Appreciate you. Much love, brother. And that's what we got to do is veteran taking care of veterans, man. That's all it takes. Just having those conversations, and that is why we check on each other constantly. Check, hey, battle, how you doing, man? It doesn't have to. We here for each other.
Right.
Here for, what's that, brother? Raymond saying he's 100% myself. Awesome, bro. That's hard to do. It's hard to do, but congratulations on that, Raymond. Congratulations on that. Let me see here. What else we got going on? Also, let me show here, because you mentioned you had the YouTube also page, and I'm gonna be sharing here with everybody.
You might see Frank on a couple of those videos.
Oh.
If you go on the YouTube page and you see first mahi trip of the year, that's the one you want to watch. I'm calling you out, Frank.
Which one is that? Which one? I gotta see it. Which I see.
Is that one where you eat the beating fish heart?
Yeah.
It's pretty intense. We
That's
caught this fish. It's golden tile. We caught it first thing in the morning, and big beautiful fish. Anyways, it's quite a bit later.
right here,
Yeah.
right here. It's right here.
Cleaning the fish on the deck there.
That one right there with the mahi on it.
It's just beating. I'm like, well, if it's still beating, it can't be bad, right? I mean, yeah. I don't know.
But he held it out and he said it's still beating. I'm staring at it. I'm like, no, it's not. And then I saw it and I'm like, oh boy, here we go.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah, if you
That's
click on
good.
that one that says first mahi trip of the year, that's the one.
Okay, let's do that. Let me present. Are you okay with us clicking on that?
Oh
Matt?
yeah, man. I make them just they're like little 2-minute videos.
Okay, let me see here. I'm gonna mute it so copyrights and whatnot. So
I got copyright controls on it. It's all right.
okay, so it's here. Let me know. So it's about 2 minutes right here. Oh, this is so cool, bro. Look at this. So walk us through it, Matt. So what's going on?
They're just riding out into the sunrise. When we fish out of the Atlantic, I always just point the bow at the sun and run about 40-50 miles, and then we start looking for weeds and grass and start fishing there.
That is so cool. Uh-oh, are we gonna see it? Sweet, man.
And that's when we started trolling. And then that's the GoPro up on top of the T-top, and then I'll go to, I think, my iPhone or whatever it is. And
Hey, look at that beautiful water, bro.
yeah, man, I'm a blue water guy, so it's been very hard for me to transition to do inshore stuff.
Yeah.
I like being out there and seeing that big deep blue water.
Yes, brother.
And you see there we got the outriggers out, just chilling, waiting for something to snack it, and he's got a bite right there. And if you watch close enough, you might see the fish jump out of the water.
Hey, we know that guy. Who's that guy? What? The guy in the hat.
Yeah, he's always wearing a boonie hat.
Right,
Yeah.
look at
Yes,
this.
that's my Pabst Blue Ribbon hat to let you know I'm serious about sun protection, but I like to have a party. You know. Taking a picture of something. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
No, you're taking a picture of the mahi that just gaffed.
Oh yeah.
I remember that. You see the boat that was in the background. He saw us.
Yes,
saw that.
yes.
He saw that mahi jump out, and he turned around and threw his lines out.
That right there. That's the money right here. That's so cool, bro.
Yeah. And then there's that heart. There it is. Watch it.
Woo! Jeez. Oh, let's go. Hey, that's part of it, bro. What happened there, Frank?
I kept it down. Don't worry about it.
You kept it down. That is so cool, man. That's so awesome, bro.
What was crazy is I had never fished out of Port Canaveral. That was the very first trip I ever done, and we still found something.
That was a good.
That is awesome, man.
We found a lot of fish that were not in season, though.
Oh, brother, I love all that. So, what is the you guys see all kinds of fish out there, man. What is one of the rarest that you guys seen? Or what kind of stuff have you seen there? I'm assuming you've seen whales, sharks, right? All that stuff.
I've only seen one whale shark.
Whale shark? Wow.
I've only seen one. And if you watch like on our webpage, that first, if you scroll down underneath the
main page.
Yeah, on my main webpage, you'll see our logo on a YouTube, or you can go on the YouTube. It's it'll say promo video or something along those lines. That there's footage of that whale shark. We caught some cobia off of.
My bad.
Oh, you're good.
So why? So the whale shark. That's so cool, man. And what other stuff have you seen there, man?
More sharks than I can shake a stick at.
Cool. Some big sharks.
Jellyfish that are as big as a motorcycle. You know,
Giant groupers that's almost as big as the boat.
So last year we caught one 400 and one 600-pound grouper.
Jeez, man.
So I had a guy. It's in one of the videos. I think it's in that promo video. I had him get in the water with the fish, and he didn't want to get in. I'm like, either you're getting in or I'm getting in. Somebody's taking a picture with that fish. I don't care. The water's 68 degrees. You'll warm up. We'll be all right. He rolled the fish over, and he took a picture, and all of a sudden the fish turned its head just a little bit. I mean, the mouth on that thing is probably this big around.
Yep.
And he screamed. He's like, he's gonna eat me. Try to swim away. I'm like, dude, that fish is not gonna hurt you.
I hope you have that on audio and it's in the video.
Oh yeah, it's on the TikTok somewhere. I've got it on audio. It's pretty funny.
That is so cool.
We have too much fun out there. I mean, so if my dad goes, he's liable to fall off the boat at one point, and everybody's gonna laugh at it.
Uh-oh. Have you seen any great whites around that area?
No, I've seen, so the biggest shark I've seen about a 12-foot tiger.
Jeez.
In 25 feet of water.
Oh man.
I mean, just a massive tiger shark swimming around in 25, 30 foot of water. It was crazy.
That is so close. Wow, and a whale shark in this waters here close to that's rare, right? That's rare.
So you would think you would see more on the Atlantic side, but I saw this one in 70 feet of water over in the Gulf.
Wow.
And I was driving, and it looked like a log sticking out of the water. So I started driving over to it because I'm like, log, well, this is the right time of year. There could be some peanut mahi or something on there. You know, there could be triggerfish or, you know. So I get over there, and I'm like, no, that thing's swimming. And sure enough, it was a whale shark, and it had 3 cobia on it.
Wow, bro. That is sick, bro. That is so awesome, man. That is so. I know out there, yeah, especially in the Mexico side of it, there's a lot of hammerheads in that side, right? The great whites that go down there, and some other stuff. It's just crazy, man. What is out there? You can find out there. Any orcas in this side?
If I see them, I'll make sure it goes viral. I love orcas, and I love dolphins. I mean, yeah. I act like a little kid every time I see dolphins. I'll slow the boat down and get my camera out. And I've got some video footage of a pod that routinely will come up to me.
Yeah.
Or come up to boats while we're out there. But I've got underwater video of them coming up and looking at me and shaking their heads and just staring at me and clicking, and then they'll come up. It's a lot of fun. I love it when we'll slow down and we'll do like 10 miles an hour, and they'll just sit there and jump in front of the boat, or they'll jump in the wakes and stuff like that.
A lot of people, it's like, because I was watching, actually my wife was showing me a video of it was down in Puerto Rico on the island. It was last week or so, because the hunchback whales are there, it's their time of the year, they pair up or whatnot, and there was some orcas down there, and it's rare for us to see that this waters or whatnot. So that was so cool.
Well, we have a pod in the Gulf of Mexico. They just recently, in the last couple of years, found out that there's a pod of orcas out there, which makes sense because there's massive yellowfin tuna swimming around out there. I mean, you can go out, once you get out the 5,000 foot of water, you can catch, 200, 300, 400-pound yellowfin out there.
That's crazy, man. That is so awesome. So awesome. Let me see here, guys. Anything else, Matt, that you want to tell our viewers or our veterans out there, for them to know about your organization?
No, I think I got everything as far as my organization goes, but I would just continue to say that if you guys are struggling, reach out to another veteran and talk to them. Whether it be me or any of the guys here in this, Operation 11 Charlie program, any program, just reach out. Suicide's not the option. You know, if you, especially if you got kids, because if you, the statistics don't lie. If you've got 3 kids, one of them's going to follow your footsteps, and you don't want that.
Yeah. Yes. It's so much that what the family go through with us and whatnot. But that's why, excuse me, we mentioned earlier that's so important for the families to be part of anything that we do. Being with Matt and his organization, ours, is so important. And yes,
even in my darkest moment, I thought that if I committed suicide, I'd get rid of the pain.
yeah,
It doesn't work that way. That pain that you're suffering transfers to your family and the person behind you and your battle buddies. You're not helping anybody by doing that.
definitely.
No.
And the same thing, if we see red flag, that's what we'll tell the guys. That's what we always watch on each other. Sometimes we may see some red flags from a battle buddy. It's not saying nothing, you know. That's we always got to keep an eye on each other. Always got to keep an eye on each other, no matter what, man. That's very important, man. And those are the ones. They all hurt. They all hurt, man, because it's just terrible. But sometimes somebody that you didn't know, you know, they were going to didn't mention that. Right? You never saw any of those red flags. It just we always got to keep an eye on each other, man, no matter what. Let me see here, guys. So I think I mentioned again. I put the website again, guys. Make sure to follow Matt here, man, and check him out. Maybe help him how to support his organization, guys. Like he mentioned earlier, reach out so that he could plan for the trips. Within you guys coming out of state, plan with him, right? So the best month that you mentioned earlier was June and July time frames, Matt, right? And let him know ahead of time, at least 3 days or a week before, right? For planning.
Yeah. And so even for the inshore stuff, September on, like if you want to do inshore stuff, September on is the best time to do it. Even then we can do scallop trips as well. Go scalloping and snorkeling and looking at all the stuff down there.
Oh, sweet. Have you ever, I'm here in Palm Bay area. I love to go. Those days I don't feel good, brother. My wife gets me on the truck and we drive to Sebastian Inlet, man. Have you been there, Sebastian Inlet?
No, I haven't. I mean, I've surfed there, but I haven't gone fishing out of there.
That is awesome, man. That's beautiful area. You know, you have those 2 piers that go out all the way into the water. I know one is longer than the other. And it's so awesome, so much so that we just take our chairs, just sit down there, and just relax and see all the boats coming in and out, all the people fishing there, man. We have seen so many crazy things down there. You know.
Well, it's not a easy inlet to navigate. There's a lot. I think the top 2 most dangerous inlets on the East Coast are in Florida. One is Haulover, then St. Augustine, and I think it's Sebastian and Jupiter.
And I've been seeing that. Like, we used to go a lot there, and you see how the water is moving. They're going straight, but it's like pushing them to the rock. So they need to know where how to go, how to take that, you know, and when I go out and then come back in as well, right?
Yeah, it takes some skill to learn, but once you learn it, you know, just don't get cocky. The ocean will win. You know.
Sometimes you just have to do what it wants you to.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been times where I'm standing behind the helm and we're in a quartering sea, and next thing I know I'm on the deck because the ocean said it was time for me to fall down. So.
Later, Raymond, brother. Thank you for stopping by, man. Get some rest, brother. It's always showing respect, right, man? Always respect the ocean. If you lose respect to it, right, that's when stuff bad stuff starts to happen.
Yeah.
Says Spin Rush C1 says all over. I've seen those boats trying to get out of there. The one
Yeah,
that
I've seen a lot of horrible stuff go
wow.
out of haul over because people, so they don't really use haul over net. I mean, it's mostly those people coming off the sandbar, trying to stuff the bow purposely, and people always end up getting hurt, or they don't know how to navigate, big choppy water like that, big choppy, fast moving water. I mean, my experiences in rough water is just because of weather, and that if you won't meet a boater in Florida that hasn't been in a nasty storm, and
And being here in Florida or any place, it changed quick. It's gonna be nice and cold, sunny. All of a sudden, it's bam, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Crazy, bro. How long have you been doing boating, brother? Before
2014 is when I got the first boat.
okay, so you've been doing it for a minute.
I've driven a bunch of lake boats and stuff that, I mean, they were my uncles or, friends and stuff. But as far as getting, you pretty much have to get your own boat and learn the hard ways. I mean, I went to captain school, and even though we don't charge anybody, technically I don't need a captain's license, but I got one just in case, just if there was something in there that I didn't know that I should know, which I'm glad I did, because my neighbor used to be a commercial captain back in the 60s and 70s, and he taught me how to do charting and mapping. And one day my GPS decided not to work, so I had to use time, speed, distance, and dead reckoning, and I got us back.
Amen to that, bro. Right? Thank God. Hey, I bet you when you came back, you told him, "Hey, bro, thank you so much for
I've been out there and heard people on the radio. They're 30, 40 miles away from me, and they're saying, "Hey, my GPS doesn't work. I don't know how to get back." And the Coast Guard just doesn't say anything. They don't care. Like, dude, point your boat to the east. Well, how do you know where's east? Put the sun on your back, bud.
Okay.
Or use the compass on your boat, because every boat comes with a compass.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody knows how to read a compass, so.
Yep. And sometimes when they're freaking out, they don't think, right? Then, oh my gosh, I got a compass right here next to me.
Yeah. So I don't do well with stressful situations, but in like life or death pressure stuff like that, I'm cool as a cucumber. I mean, one day we were out there fishing in 4-footers out in the Atlantic in the springtime, and one of these, like we just come through, one of those spring storms come through and blew offshore out there, which they normally don't do. It went from 4 foot and sunny to 7 foot, blowing 40 miles an hour and raining sideways.
Wow.
And the Coast Guard's not going to help you, until you're actually sinking. And I was like, okay, well, what do we need to do? So I just put everybody in life jackets, and we tucked tail and went home at 10 miles an hour. And that was one of those, well, we're going to plan a day and we're just going to fish on that day no matter what. So that was the last time that has ever happened. I was like, I'm never doing this again. If the weather doesn't look, 1 to 2 foot seas, I'm not going out.
Man, safety on that. Awesome, brother. I think that's it, guys. Anything else that you guys want to put in? You want to add anything else, Frank?
No, I'm good. I just appreciate all the support and being here.
Yeah,
I appreciate Matt, doing what he does for all our veterans and what he's done for me.
Yeah.
Right. The things that I've been able to do and achieve in my life since that point. 4 years ago, whatever. And he was a big part of it and continues to be a part of it. And I'm blessed to still be allowed to be involved with him and his organization, and with Operation 11 Charlie.
Thank you, friend. Thank you for what you do, man. It's not just with us here in Operation 11 Charlie, the thing that he does for also with Matt. A lot of stuff that you always do, like to help out, friend, just for the community, any nonprofit out there, you always have, hey, Javier, what can we do for other nonprofit? Or what can we do for the community in general? You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, brother, and always looking out for me and checking out. And much love, brother. And hey, we're gonna keep doing what we're doing, bro, right? And be an example for our community, man. And taking care of our brothers and sisters. That's all that matters, man. Um, let me see. RC Cape Cod, welcome in, brother. Thank you for stopping by. Spinbrook C said Gloucester. They are always from Gloucester. What is that?
Gloucester, Massachusetts.
Okay, okay.
I'm from here though.
EA Supreme, thank you guys for all that you do. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for your service, man. Welcome home. Welcome home. Again, that's it, guys. I don't know. I wonder who we got next Monday. They should ask Nate on that. If not, we will post it in the social media so you guys will know. Let me see here before we start saying our goodbyes. I'm gonna reach out to Nate. See what we got next month. Next Monday. Apologies. Again, thank you so much for this amazing weekend, guys. Frank, that you were present in the induction ceremony right down there at the Exoplex, right? Exocatch with Joe Collins. Frank, like I was telling the guys at the beginning, now we're always grateful with Joe, right? I was watching Joe taking his time showing Robert, man, the lines, taking his time showing how to crawl different scene, looking at the lines, all that stuff, right? We just had an amazing time with that, right, Frank?
Oh yeah, no, it's a great time. Joe's very hospitable, and he's got a nice property there. He's a great host. It was very comfortable for everyone. It was a good time.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Joe, for always doing our private outings for O11C. We cannot stress it enough, man. Let me see here. Okay, asking Nathan who we got next month. Let me see here. Kurt RC, welcome, my brother. Good to see you here. Good to see you. So that's it, guys. We're gonna start saying our goodbyes real quick, but anything again, any information that you need for Matt and his organization, feel free to reach out to me, any of us here, if you haven't checked it here, or when you watch the reply in the description area. Description area is a link to his website as well. So let me start with Bennett. You muted, Bennett, brother.
Sorry, I was missing most of the show. I had some other stuff that popped up last minute. I'd like to start by saying thank you, Matt, for spending your evening with us and spreading your wealth about your operation that you do. Please thank your family members for allowing you to spend your evening with us instead of them. We know how much family time means to us, so I'm sure it means just as much to you. Everybody in the chat, thanks for coming out. Panel, I think you guys have a great week and do it again next week.
Oh, my brother, thank you for being part of what we do, Bennett. Dennis?
Javier, as always, it's a pleasure to be on the show with you guys. Everybody in chat, thanks for hanging out and showing your support. Guys on the panel, I appreciate you guys letting me into the family, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Definitely, my brother. Thank you so much, Dennis, for being part of what we do. Frank?
I just want to say thank you again, as always, for everyone's support and for all of our veterans here, and continue to be involved. And it's important to keep going, right? Even like just wake up, But anyways, but love y'all, and I appreciate you.
Love you too, brother. Thank you for being part of what we doing, bro. Robert?
Yo. Hey guys, everybody that's been in the chat room, you guys are amazing. You guys have been very active tonight. All the questions, all great questions for Matt. So again, we love the support. Let's keep it up. Everybody that's on the panel, I love you guys. Awesome as always. Matt, what you got going on is pretty amazing. I'm over here painting. I'm listening to everything. I'm looking up, seeing pictures. I'm getting kind of jealous. I've never been on a boat. I've never been fishing. And to see that huge mahi, I'm like, that's got to be pretty wild, man. So with you being local and everything, I think I'd like to come hang out.
You're getting me
Pop my
excited
cherry.
that you're local. I'm excited that you're local because I got a spot that I'll take you to.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna
nervous
be
though. Like
fun.
I'm afraid I'm gonna get sick and all that. And I'm like, oh.
So what we tell guys, just take Dramamine 36 hours before, 12 hours before, and then right before you get on the boat, sit in the bean bag, you'll be fine.
All right, all right.
And
Well,
if you
I mean,
start throwing up, I've got Finnegan on the boat. You'll be all right.
all right. Well, I don't want.
Hey,
Well, I'm a little worried with your social media status. Like TikTok. Look at this guy. There it
yes,
is.
yes.
I'm done.
Bro, we're gonna be sharing the heck out of it.
See? Exactly.
Don't worry, hey,
But
bro, that's part of it, man. Hey,
now it's gonna be a private meeting. It's just like it's not gonna happen. No. But Matt, keep it up, man. I mean, you said that you hit 1,700 veterans. I mean, that's impressive. That's amazing. I mean, that's a lot of hearts that you've touched, lives that you've changed. So please keep it up, man.
Thank you, my brother.
Will do.
Awesome. Well said, Rob. Well said, Rob. Matt, you want to say your goodbyes to the people here?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. I always love to sit around and hang out and talk to other vets and talk about what I do and how you guys can get involved and come hang out. Since I know you guys are local, that ought to be awesome. We'll do just an Operation 11 Charlie fishing trip. I'll make Frank cut all the bait for you. And
eat the hearts. Eat the hearts. You gotta eat the hearts.
Yeah,
I'm not eating a heart.
that was a once in a lifetime experience because that's a whole nother story of why that heart was still beating. It did not make sense to me, but I did some research and understand why now. So.
Because they live at, what is it, like 30-some degrees or whatever, right? The temperature.
Yeah, so that fish was living in 36 degrees, and then we put him in 35-degree water, and he just did not die.
Wow. That is crazy. Matt, you're always welcome, brother. Hopefully we can have you more times, at least once a year, whenever you want to jump in, so we can share everything that you do here for the community here in Florida and the veterans community. Man. So thank you so much. Stay here to say a proper goodbyes before we end up the show. Real quick, if you don't mind. Guys here in the panel, thank you so much, my brothers. Next month, I would say next month and next Monday is the same thing, right? Because it's
yes.
Next Monday.
It's my birthday too.
Oh, happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday. So next Monday we will have Georgia Rock Zombies, our brothers from Georgia Rock Zombies. They're gonna be here with us, so they're gonna be talking about their event in March, Zombie Palooza with FMS, and also a huge supporter of the veteran community. So we cannot thank them enough. So we will have them here with us on next Monday, guys. So everybody in the chat, we miss anybody? RCK Cos, Spin Rush C1, Papa E Supreme. Thank you guys. Unknown RC, Kurt, Robert. Thank you, Sergeant J, my brother. Thank you, everybody, for your support. And we'll see you next Monday. Be safe out there. Peace.